Hey guys, Pipsy2 here and welcome back to the channel. This is my first Little Nightmares 3 theory video in a while. And from the title, you guys can tell that this theory is going to be all about Little Nightmares Secrets of the Spiral. Little Nightmares 3 Secrets of the Spiral are two extra DLCs that come with the expansion pass of Little Nightmares 3. The first plans to unlock from April to June 2026, while the second plans to unlock from October to December 2026. The description for this expansion reads, "Delve deeper into the eerie lands of the Spiral with the expansion pass. Secrets of the Spiral gives you access to 2 additional chapters and the ferryman costume set, exclusive to the expansion pass. 2 additional chapters. While not essential to the main story, these additional tales enrich the experience and let you uncover hidden secrets, new perspectives, and unexpected horrors. Ferryman costume sets, exclusive to the expansion pass. A mysterious figure familiar to all children in the Nowhere. This costume is available in a set of 2 suited for both characters low and alone." The description confirms the fact that we will be seeing new areas of the Spiral, 2 new places in specific. The quotes, "while not essential to the main story," and "new perspectives," support the idea that we will not be playing as Low nor alone. This leaves more characters to be revealed or revisited, such as perhaps the Lollipop Kid from Little Nightmares 2 artbook, or maybe even Noon from The Sounds of Nightmares. It's plainly obvious that we are eating good with Little Nightmares content for the next year. Although, what exactly will Little Nightmares 3 Secrets of the Spiral consist of? What characters will be there? And most importantly, what new areas will we be exploring? Unfortunately, we don't know for sure. But that doesn't mean we can't theorize about it. So let's just do that. The first theory is heavily inspired by my amazing viewer and friend Altac. What if we visit the Pale City or the Moor in Little Nightmares 3 Secrets of the Spiral? That would be absolutely insane, right? I could imagine our little protagonist sneaking on the sordid ship-like submarine, or through the alleyways of our favourite city without making a peep. Perhaps we could also see or find some Easter eggs to our past protagonists, such as what happened to Six. Hell, maybe we'll even be playing as Six to see what happens to her after she leaves the mall. Or maybe we see how she got there in the first place. Even though this is unlikely, as the description notes how we will delve deeper into the eerie lands of the Spiral, there's still a chance and no harm in theorizing about it. The second theory I had is, what if the 2, Low and Alone, are split up after the ending of Little Nightmares 3, but their fate is undecided? What if we see the 2 exploring new areas all alone and travelling lower into the world of the Nowhere? That would be incredibly interesting, now wouldn't it? One chapter could be dedicated to Low and concludes his story, while the other is dedicated to Alone, concluding her story. Even though this one is extremely unlikely, as the description notes how we'll be experiencing new perspectives, there's still a chance and absolutely zero harm in theorizing about it. My next theory does include Low and Alone once again. What if the DLCs explain how the 2 met? One DLC could be dedicated to Alone's origins, showing us how she ended up in the Spiral and the threat she faced along the way, while the other dedicated to Low's backstory and how he acquired his sick bow and arrow, and explaining the meaning of his little ankle bracelet. Until more information, we have zero clue on what the Secrets of the Spiral could be about. Although, unfortunately, going back to the fact we'll be exploring new perspectives, I doubt this one will see the light of day. But that's the fun in theorizing, right? Finally, my last theory is the most interesting and the one I would love to see the most. What if the DLCs take place in the counties? Or, better yet, what if we play as a character such as Ethan from the end of The Sounds of Nightmares? Imagine flickering between hallucinations of the nowhere and the normal, everyday counties. I personally would love to see what the counties looks like, as well as the people living in it. Would they be twisted? Would they look like us? Or would they be something completely unimaginable and out of this world, unable for our brains to comprehend? There's only one way to find out, and one thing to do, which is wait. I know that June and December 2026 seem like forever away, but keep in mind all of the things we'll be getting in between, such as Little Nightmares 3, Descent to Nowhere, news on the stop motion project and Altered Echoes, which is the VR game. All we can do is support the developers and give them as much time as they need. Now we're going to move on to the theory part of the video, where I analyse and talk about theories made by you guys. Considering that I'm only now just getting back into the gist of things, I'll only be doing one theory, that of which is left by Altac. The theory reads: okay, so yesterday in the Bandai Namco showcase, it seemed like we only got news that we already have/know, but that's not really true. We got one screenshot we haven't gotten before. It focuses on the 2 additional chapters that are promised with the pre-orders. The picture is interesting, and the best part is that the screenshot also shows a focus on the ferryman costumes that are included. But why in the 2 additional chapters screenshot? I wonder. I think we will see the ferryman and maybe even go to the counties or the moor in the DLC. I would absolutely adore to take a closer look at the ferryman in the 2 additional chapters. Imagine how terrifying he would be. Although I do only think that we'll see him as an Easter egg or only for a few seconds. I do not believe that he will be an antagonist, as to the children, he's not a threat. He gives them the option to leave their awful life in the counties to join the not so great life in the nowhere. It isn't the best deal, but it's better than being sick and slowly watching yourself become more mentally unstable, right? If he is an antagonist, however, I doubt that he'll be a villain, a bad guy. More like how the Thin Man was towards Mono in Little Nightmares 2. He never wanted and never did hurt Mono. Thank you so much for your theory, Altac. If you guys do have any theories, make sure to leave them down in the comments for a chance to be mentioned in my next theory. Remember, there's no such thing as a bad theory. Before I start this section, I'd like to note how I haven't done this section in a while, and I apologise if I've skipped some of your art in my Discord. Feel free to re-upload it or upload some new art into my Discord for the chance to be mentioned in my next theory video. The link to my Discord server will be in the description below. As my little message explains, we'll be moving on to the art section of the video. The piece of art that I have picked is from one of the best artists in my Discord, which is none other than LOL. This is the incredible piece that they have created. LOL, you are genuinely so talented, and you should never stop what you're doing. There is so much detail, and it's so obvious what you were referencing, which is the new piece of the Little Nightmares 3 key art. It really is amazing. Thank you so much for drawing this piece. That's all the time that I have for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this theory. I am hoping to get back in, as I said, I'm getting back into the gist of things, and I am hoping now to continue to make more theories. I do have some more theories planned, also some analysis videos of the trailers if you guys still want to see that. I know it's a bit late, but you know, better late than never. But yeah, guys, I very, 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 very much hoped that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. It's very, very, very nice to be back theorizing. I definitely missed it. I'm also sorry for leaving you guys with not a lot of content for quite a long time. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing, as it helps me get onto the YouTube algorithm again, considering I've been off of YouTube for quite a while now. I'm completely off of the algorithm, which sucks, but you know, I did it to myself. But yeah, subscribing and leaving a like recommends my videos to more people, which gives me more motivation to continue to create theories for you guys, because it shows that it lets me recognize what theories you guys don't like, what theories you like, what kind of, you know, settings and that you like in my videos. But yeah, if you do have any other feedback for future theories, future videos in general, please don't be afraid to put them in the comments down below. There's no such thing as bad feedback. Feedback is feedback, and I appreciate every single word you guys say, positive or negative. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.